What's up, everybody? It's your favorite village boy, Mr. Ghana, baby. Don't forget to check out Billy Snaps and subscribe and be part of his family. Aya Maya.
Oh, do you remember what you did to those bottles of drinks? Do you remember what you did to those bottles of water that you drank the other time? You don't know. Yes, welcome back to another episode. This is the boy Billy Snaps, and you're new to the channel. Please kindly subscribe to the channel Billy Snaps, and please share the videos about entrepreneurs and everything that you can have. We discover, we snap, and we tell you stories. Yes, so the bottle that you drink, the bottle that you were enjoying, the coconut, the water that you drank the other time, those bottles, where are they? You threw them here. After throwing them away, do you remember what those bottles are used for? You don't know. So today I'm going to tell you a story about recycling that you can find in Africa. So today I met my man. Chairman, good afternoon.
Yes, bro.
Your name, boss?
My name is Reginald Samuel AJ.
Reginald Samuel. Alright, so today we traveled with our cameras to, let me say, you used to tell us a story behind all this recycle that you have here in Pokwasi.
Okay, so EaseOff is a recycling company that started for the past 5 years. We've been in the recycling ecosystem for the past 5 years, yeah. And we started purposely on recycling agric waste. That's chemical containers from cocoa farms and other stuff. Yeah, but as time went on, we realized that we have to broaden our scope by adding PET and PP and other plastics to it. Yeah, so over here we mainly our main target is the recyclable plastics, which is PET, LDP, PP, and HDPE. Yeah, so for the PET, currently we don't have any company that adds further value to it in the country. The best that people do is to hot wash and export them to China, yeah. But right from our first hand like recycling of PET, we export them to some partners in Europe and China, yeah. But for the other plastics, which is the PP, LDP, and HDP, we have like local companies that we sell them to. Yeah.
All right. So getting all those waste stuff, how do you get them here?
Okay, so we have aggregators. So aggregators are people who gather such plastics from landfills, yeah, and places where we know we can get these bottles, yeah. And secondly, we also buy from, we also have collection systems. Schools, churches, religious, like religious bodies, other offices and other institutions, yeah. So we give them these big bags. Then after a while, if they're full, they call us. So our tricycle guys go out there to bring them to the factory.
Wow, so this waste, the bottles that we mostly drink, with this water and drinks, you also buy them?
Yeah, we buy them. Because it's someone's business. That's in the informal, we call them the informal sector waste pickers. Wow. Yeah, so they go around and they collect them. And when they bring them here, we weigh them and we have a rate. So any amount that you get on the scale, we multiply by the rate. Then we pay you off. Yeah.
Wow. So you can see this whole thing here. How many days has this been here?
Okay, so we started aggregating this from last year, November. No. It used to be around this side.
This side?
Yeah.
Wow.
We working on them. So now that we have space, we will have to call for them to bring more to come and fill this side. Yeah. So we get stuff from as far as Kumasi.
Kumasi?
Yeah.
Bringing their waste bottles here?
Yeah, the build materials, like those blocks that you see over there.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all build materials that we get from some suppliers from Kumasi.
So other companies also say present.
Yeah.
Wow. Patrol you doing?
Ease Environmental Service.
All right. So Ease Environmental Service and a way. So a dem pan e koso
Me patrol ye bottle bottle labels
now. Okay.
Na ya yine caps no
okay.
E dey ato adium na.
Okay.
They dey go different sack mo into say caps na ya ma.
Okay.
Yo be ma ho mba be fa caps na kwa ya magu abage won sack fufum na.
Okay.
Bottle no so yo baby be yam no so be good in sack and so.
All right, now bottles no say mu yi ho a say maybe toxic nyama boom and I say ade a e poison be bra eno mo ye nsen
say ade
mo ho ana say den
ade e de poison ba dey you wash it you secure water 3 days na dey eduro bi aguso you call your boss one man your chemical bi ediguso a ema unya effect bia on sound.
Okay.
Na you dey wash it na fe dey dry well yam.
Okay. Now wonya problem be about say bibi gun say una asel na say poison be sada.
Da be.
Unya be that. Until mo share gloves no. So bi o ha bia o work bia say share gloves.
Ana socks, yeah, mask socks and gloves, and nose mask, but nose mask I say bi mo dey ayo anti boss is all cover biaba.
All right, so what he's trying to say is that when you come to this side, this is where they mostly separate the labels from the bottles and also take off the covers from the bottle. Yeah, so they separate them, and if there's any kind of toxic stuff in it, they soak them into water for 3 days and add chemicals to it. So that chemicals clears all those toxic stuff. And also they are going to wear safety boots and also gloves and other stuff that protect them from getting harm from those toxic stuff. So how many workers do you have here?
Okay, so currently I have about 14 ladies who are doing the processing of the bottles. Okay. I have about 8 guys who are inside, doing the crushing. Yeah.
Wow, I went inside to them to check out, see how they really crush those the materials. Yeah. Talking about bagging, when you bag them, which company counts for it? Or let me say, you just export them straight to Europe and other stuff.
Yeah, so the bagging, it depends on how the clients want us to package the products. Yeah, sometimes you see these same bags. We have new ones, fresh ones here, that we can bag the crash material in. Yeah, one bag can contain about 500 to 600 kg.
Wow.
Yeah, of materials in there. I mean, if it differs. If it's the blue bottles, the drinking water, yeah, we can get about 500 kg, in there. But if it's the white bottles, or let's say the preform material, we can get more than 500 kg in there.
Wow.
Yeah, and we also have those 30 kg, bags. So it depends on the client's sort of packaging. So if the client wants it in this bag, but they all comes with its own, like their own disadvantages and advantages. If you want to load in this bag, the process you go through is a whole lot. You incur more cost. Yeah, you have to bring in how they call it, forklifts to load them into the container. Yeah, but if you have it in these bags, you just have to use your human resource to load them onto the container.
Wow, what the colors? We can see red, yellow, blue, and other stuff. Is it, do you sometimes mix the colors, or they come in for one color?
So, so that one also depends on the client. So the client that we're currently supplying to doesn't mind we mixing the blue flakes with the white flakes. Sometimes we can get an order from a client that wants only white, so you just have to supply only white, or I want like 70% of blue, 30% of white. Yeah, but the whole thing is that when it gets there, they're surely going to mix everything again. Yeah, but sometimes they just want you to keep them separated, and sometimes too they don't mind you having it mixed up over here when it gets there. I heard some of the Chinese companies over there have their own technology where when they pour the flakes into the machine sorts out the colors. Yeah, so yeah, and those machines are not in the country, so we don't bother ourselves.
Is there any risk involved in this?
The first of all, this business is investments. The amount of money that is required to start is no joke. Yeah, it's no joke. And one thing I always tell people who want to enter this sector is if you're not ready to monitor the business grow, if you don't have time, and if you're not patient, okay, don't try it, because this is an industry where if you invest today, you have for, let's say, after the next 5 years before you see something.
Wow.
Good. Yeah.
So you started in 5 years. You're now seeing a
we're now
profit and names are good.
Yeah. You will have to reinvest several times, and it's even worse if you don't have a means of transport, like moving your raw materials from source to source, like from your factory to other places. You're going to end up spending a whole lot of money on transport alone, yeah, before it gets to the other factory overheads and a whole lot, yeah.
We got to another woman who is going to tell us about how they separate the colors of bottles. What are you saying? All right. How many years now? Why do more? How many years now?
2 years.
2 years now. That's a Jumane. Wow. Maybe Srawa bottles here moye. How do you separate them? Moye separate bottle colors now.
Your blue and white.
Okay.
And your brown. And your green. And your white and blue now. They separate it into the
bags.
Bags.
Okay.
And I am green inside and see separate it. And I am brown inside. They separate it.
It's most separating in ya. Go Ubiana in the bags.
Ubiana in the bags.
All right. It's say remember found per green kwana mafako.
And
I'm we are more mixing.
The patcher baby.
We are colors by colors.
So upe green, upe green ko. Upe brown na befako. Na upe white and blue ninso. Okay. Ubefako. As
a white and blue ni, I know you the I know your bottles na in so bottles na.
The patcher nuni.
Anti we mu in so bottles we mu na ma white and blue.
Nuni. We blue na we white.
Ah, okay, okay.
Anti ya crash it. We ni nyina bomba ko.
Okay.
Anti.
All right. All right, so this is the white one and this is the blue one. So mostly the water bottles are the blue ones, and mostly the drinks that they take off the labels are the white ones. So they will crush this and this together, then they can get a white and blue. All right, so I think we have a little sample of it. Preform. This, I think these ones are called a preform. But not preform, and so then.
And also, yeah, we know
wow, wow, intimate wait now. Who a man anyway. Wow. There's not an advert for Puka, but there's Puka Preform. In way in the who nah anyway no. Alright, so when we have this two, I think this one is for better malt. Yeah. So better malt Preform. So when they blow this in the machine, it tends to be the better malt that we mostly drink. Yes, so this is the Preform that we have here. And I think this one is also the blue one. So this is also the water. So we can see these the separate ones. So these are the preforms. You see all the preforms on your screen. So if you've never seen this preform before, these ones are the preform that they're going to blow it in the machine to turn to this type. All right, so madam, that's it. Say what me all right, so we'll go into the other sections. You can see all the drone shots around here. Wow, so if you're watching this, please kindly let me support this wonderful journey that we are taking. Thanks to Zion Felix also. Let me say hi to you, Samike Media, Kokonsa Jade, and also Jade Kreku. Thanks for supporting. Alright, so let's get to the other section. I saw this small containers. I was told they blow it to become these bigger ones.
Yeah. So
how come
those
containers are here?
Those containers, I don't have one here right now.
Okay, so it's on your screen. Those containers are on your screen. You can see them, right?
Yeah, so they are called preforms.
Preforms, okay.
Yeah, so before the bottles are made, or before we find them in that in that shape, before we get a bottle this way.
Okay. Yeah.
It comes from a very small tube. Yeah, so that tube is placed into a machine, and it goes through a process. So hot air is being blown into the tube, and because of the hot air, it pressurizes it, and it's in a mold.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so it forms that shape of the mold, and we get the full bottle.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the process. Yeah, but if you take one single bottle like this, okay, it's made up of 3 different plastics on it.
Wow.
The bottle itself is PET. The label around the bottle is sometimes PVC or BOPP.
Okay.
Then the cover is HDPE.
Wow.
Now this one can be recycled. The bottle itself can be recycled, but this the label is not recycled. It cannot be recycled. It can be recycled in some countries.
Okay.
Yeah, but in Ghana,
in
Ghana, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not heard of any company recycle. It's difficult to recycle this. Yeah, but for this, the PET and the HDPE, yeah, it can be recycled, and we do them all here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about, let's say, recycling stuff that are being molded or changed to other useful things. What are the things that, let's say, these materials are being used for?
Okay, so with the PET, that is the bottles, yeah. You know, in the chemical sense, the bottles are made of like polymers. Yeah, so it's like a loop. So from polymers to polymers. So let's say the bottles are, when we crush them and they're sent to China, they are used for polyester fabrics.
Okay.
Yeah. So out of those polyester fabrics or polyester yarns, we can make shoes, we can make jeans, trousers. Wow. Yeah, like a whole lot. So in the fashion industry, there are products that are made from plastic, recycled plastic flakes. Yeah. And for the PP, which is the household buckets, cups, bowls, yeah, they are recycled back into the same stuff. So an example is the chair that this woman is sitting on. Yeah. So that chair is made of PP. Yeah. So when it's broken and we recycle, like we crush them over here, we take them to a Chinese company locally based in Ghana, and they use it for either the same thing, or they now use it for making buckets.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So that's for the PP, but the HDP, like the bottle cup, this one.
Okay.
So this is HDP. Sometimes there are some rubber buckets, and you see those cream containers. Yeah, they're all made of HDP. Yeah. So when we recycle them, they are used to make the black polythene rubber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the black polythene rubber. Some also use it to manufacture new HDP materials. Yeah, like let's say a company like Duraplast, they have HDP pipes. Yeah. So yeah, that's what the raw materials are being converted into or used for.
All right, so yeah, you can see some of the drone shot that we had. Say how the recycling stuffs are on the field. It has been pushed a little bit back, so you could see all those angles, and the bottles that have been separated, the brown ones, you could see it's not an advert, but you could see this better molds and other stuff. Yes. So with the sports challenges that you mostly have you gotten any challenge again whereby you export them and they also reject?
No, we've not experienced any, because the first thing you do in this industry when you're dealing with exports is to send a sample of your products to the client. So sometimes we just get some 5 kg sample, we send it to DHL, and it's sent to wherever the client is, and if they're okay with it. Sometimes too, the clients also come down to Ghana to check on the material that he or she is interested in. Yeah.
All right, so as you're wrapping up, we will say thank you. Is there any final words that you want to just say out?
Well, I would like to say that we should learn to segregate our waste. Yeah, I mean, we grew up being advised that we should keep our environment clean. Yeah, but as time went on, we realized that we keeping our environments clean, but we having a very big challenge with dealing with the waste that we get from our environment, and that challenge is caused by we not separating our waste. Because if we make our waste one and we take them to the landfill, it ends up being like burnt, and it releases carbon emissions in the atmosphere, and that creates a whole lot. That's contributing to global warming and other stuff here. So I would advise that we find, or we put in that effort to segregate our waste, to organic ones, the dry and wet waste. Yeah, I mean, we can make compost from the stuff we get from our kitchen, and we can also gather the plastics for recycling. I mean, if you gather your plastics in your house and you give us a call, we'll come with that. If it's closer to our factory, we'll come for it. Yeah, and we pay you or we give you something. Yeah.
Is it the only factory that you have? Or you have other factory?
Okay, so we have this and we are coming up with another one. Yeah.
All right, you're really doing a great work. With my group, let me say, all my friends, my sponsors, let me say, those my subscribers, yes, I will say thank you for opening your doors to us. Also have a section of your company.
Sure.
So please, kindly subscribe and also, share the story. Let's bring out new innovative stuff and discovery. Yes, please, you can call me on 0278492 or 0591462646. Or let me say, hit me on my social media handles if you have anyone that you want us to discover and also interview. Thank you all. This is your boy B Snaps. So we meet again. Peace.